A Scottsbluff duo arrested on drug and other charges following a York County traffic stop in May are now facing federal drug and weapons charges. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, last week a federal grand jury indicted 39-year-old Sonia Martinez and 36-year-old Andrew Juarez, both of Scottsbluff, for conspiracy to distribute more than 50 grams of methamphetamine and use of a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. Authorities say the pair had sold more than 1.5 pounds of meth and 4 firearms during 6 controlled buys in Scottsbluff, Bridgeport, and North Platte, as well as 2 pounds of the drugs being found in their vehicle during the traffic stop. The drug conspiracy charge carries a possible penalty of not less than 15 years and up to life in prison and a fine of $20 million. Well, a 20-year-old Scottsbluff man charged in connection to a September assault in Scottsbluff has pleaded no contest to avoid standing trial. Anibal Domingo was arrested in February on a Class 2 felony charge of first-degree assault. Court documents say Domingo and others teamed up and assaulted a Bluffs man in a parking lot, with the victim suffering a collapsed lung, head injury, and hematomas, and was hospitalized for 3 days. He faces up to 20 years in prison when he's sentenced on October 3rd. His sister, 18-year-old Yesenia Domingo, is also facing the same Class 2 felony assault charge and is scheduled to be back in court in October for her pre-trial hearing. Well, coming up after the break, the Nebraska State Fair is in full swing, and we'll take you to some of the happenings going on out in Grand Island. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Ag Desk. Scottsbluff Body and Paint, you're driving home our reputation.
So, it is the first flavor of the fair for the 2024 Nebraska State Fair, and we are with Dirk Christensen and his wife Teresa. And
Teresa can wave.
Teresa can wave. Dirk is well known to a lot of the KRVN listening area and the KRVN staff. He was an 880 announcer until he decided to do this full time. So he's actually not too far from our booth, so we get to see him all the time. But he's going to do Susan and I right now as we do our video. Now, according to his sign, he can do this in as little as 3 minutes.
I first ran into a caricature artist when I was 10 years old, and this was in Southern California, where my father had grown up, and so all the uncles had to take me and all the cousins to not in this case Knott's Berry Farm, where a guy was doing it, and I just sat there totally rapt in interest, and told my parents at the end of the night, I can do that. Jeez. And I spent about the next 20 years working on it, and then took it to Art in the Park, and that's where I decided to ask people to pay for it, and they said, okay, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that.
You always have a great line when you do that. And now you have something new this year that you've introduced. So tell us a little bit about that.
Susan can take a look. While I'm drawing here, there's a little camera, and it's showing Beth being drawn to Beth as she's watching it.
I think he made by making me skinny.
Love it.
So you can be entertained while you're being drawn like that.
What's the craziest thing you've gotten to draw?
Wow. I kind of had a crazy one just a little bit ago,
Yeah.
which was some people who came in, and he is an author of sorts, and so he had me draw him as his own mind's character of himself.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was a kind of a medieval thing with a sword and a floating pen writing in a book. That was pretty nuts. Yeah, I think true to the advertising, that's about 3 minutes of face acting. That's my name. This is the Nebraska state.
So basically, to find
I'll come back to you.
the quick draw, you can find him on Facebook. I watch him there. So first flavor of the fair for 2024, quick draw characters here at the Nebraska State Fair.
I would definitely recommend Allo's business services to other companies. Allo's next-gen firewalls have allowed us to tie 6 physical locations together along with numerous remote employees to produce and collaborate and generate content for our local radio group. It is very important for Nebraska Rural Radio Association to have the best in internet and phone service. We rely upon that every single day. Allo provided me with a solution that fit our needs. They have a quality product, great technical support, and a local presence in their community.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, very nice weather conditions out there today. A cold front pushing through the region, ending our thunderstorm chances here this evening. And we're going to be in dry and cooler weather as we go through the next several days and on into the weekend. Let's take a look at our hour-by-hour forecast, and you'll see a few isolated thunderstorms lingering around here for the next hour or so. Then things clear out and cool off overnight. Look at those temps diving down into the 50s. That's after several days in a row of lows in the 60s. We're going to go cooler than average tonight for low temperatures. 1/100th of an inch of rain yesterday puts us at 236 for the month. Doing well for the month of August. Still about 1 inch and 2/10 short for the year. And as you can see, it has been a warm August. Several days at or above normal for temperatures and highs. And we've also had some precip scattered in and around, with 4 of the last 5 days picking up at least some precip. Off to school tomorrow. Well, won't need that umbrella. It's going to be sunny out there. Temperatures in the 50s when you head to school, and in the 80s on the way home with some sunshine coming our way. As far as precip chances go, they're very slim the next 7 days. Not even worth mentioning, really. And winds are going to remain fairly calm in that light category, maybe by Sunday and Monday, picking up a little bit. Severe weather threat tonight is to the north and east of us. And we actually do have a severe thunderstorm watch that's out for portions of northeastern Nebraska, or northwestern Nebraska rather, into southwestern South Dakota that runs this evening. The greater severe threat off to the north there, as you can see, from, say, Valentine north through Pierre and east in those areas, that's where we're going to see the higher risk of severe storms. That pushes off to the south and east of us tomorrow, really impacts areas like Manhattan and Lincoln, but it's a much more marginal risk tomorrow and on Wednesday as well. As we look at temperatures right now across the region, we are in the 80s, some 70s mixed in where some rain has fallen, and some winds out there out of the north gusting over 30 miles an hour. Getting out the door tomorrow, we're going to start off cooler, that's for sure. We'll be in the 50s at 8 o'clock, warming into the 60s by 10 and into the middle 80s by afternoon. Futurecast tonight shows just a couple of isolated storms. Those push out. Drier air settling in behind that. Cooler temperatures tonight. A very beautiful start to your Tuesday. Not much happening out there Tuesday afternoon and evening. It is quiet as we go into really Wednesday as well. Quiet weather conditions continue also. Wednesday afternoon, maybe a very isolated thunderstorm at best Wednesday night. Low temperatures overnight in the 50s. Highs tomorrow, 80s, comfortable. And as we take a look at precip-wise, again, we're not going to see much out there, just a couple of hundredths from any showers that are left over tonight. Partly cloudy, 52 for a low tonight, looking pretty nice. Tomorrow, 88 are expected high. Very nice conditions. We warm up Wednesday into the upper 90s, and that may be our last hurrah with those temperatures as we fall back in the 80s to near 90 for Thursday through Monday, with very little, if any, chances of precip.
Tri-City Stormwater presents Stormwater 101, an illicit discharge.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Now the latest from the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Sports Desk. Scottsbluff Body and Paint. You're driving home our reputation.
Fall sports is underway for the new school year, and today we'll wrap up a few previews from over at Gering High School and then also get to Cougar Volleyball. We'll start over at Gering from last Wednesday as they held their annual Fall Sports Media Day. It already featured a few other sports, so today the focus on boys tennis, girls golf, and cross country. Let's start with head coach Ron Swank, who offered up some thoughts on the boys tennis team for this year.
Well, I think we're going to be all right this year. We've got our whole team back from last year, -1, and we're really having a lot of competition. I'm having them do a lot of singles challenges and trying to get the order set up and figure out who's going to fit the best place. But we should be competitive this year.
Numbers strong for the Bulldogs once again this season. Swank says that internal competition really good for the whole roster, top to bottom.
It is. You know, I get a little reaction like, oh, am I not going to get my spot or not? And I'm saying, hey, I need to see who wants it. I'm going to mix them up my first few matches and see who sticks, and by mid-season we'll probably know what state's going to be like and go from there. So it's going to be really competitive, though. It's really close this year.
Devin McGahee, Pat Sauter, and Jade Morales, along with Maddox Gardner, all returning as some of the top players for the Gering boys tennis team this fall. Girls tennis was next to take a seat with returning players Carly Newman and Ashlyn File giving some early season thoughts.
I think the season's going to be good, and I think the start of the year is starting off pretty strong. Team has good dynamic, and I think it's going to be good.
My goal this year is to shoot under 110. I think for a team goal, I think we should try to qualify as a team to go to state instead of individually, which I know we've done in the past. So I think it's definitely attainable.
Gering girls golf once again led by head coach Jessica Boswell. The season starting tomorrow at the Sydney Invite. And we'll wrap up Gering fall teams with cross country and head coach Rick Merez, who's got a boys team that should be ready to make some noise across the state in Class B.
I think number-wise, we're solid. I think our 1 through 8 or 9 for the boys, it's going to be really fun to see what they do, and it just comes down to leadership, comes down to work ethic to determine our top 6. But I know number 7 and 8 are going to give 5 and 6 a run for their money.
Senior returner Axton Stone hoping for a big year, both for the team and individually.
As a team, I just hope that we can compete with everybody, make it downstate, and give them a run for their money. Individual goals, I'm hoping to crack that number 1 this year, get our school record, maybe be the first to go sub 16? Yeah. I don't remember that. But yeah, hopefully we can be competitive and try and break some records in the process.
And we'll finish up with Coach Merez looking at this year's girls squad.
I'm pretty positive with the outlook of this group. I think coming in, we're pretty small. We don't have a lot of girls. This is the smallest girls group I've had in my entire career. But we're not short of quality. We're not short of toughness, and we're not short of work ethic. I think with these 3 girls right here, they might not come off as scary and threatening, but when the gun goes off, we're going to see some pretty cool stuff.
Big thanks to Gering AD Sean Seiler for hosting Gering Fall Sports Media Day last Wednesday. To the college and the Cougar volleyball team winning 3 of their first 4 matches to start the season at the Reaver Classic in Council Bluffs, Iowa. They won both matches on Friday, and then after getting swept by Hutchinson Community College in their first Saturday match, they responded with a big 5-set win over host Iowa Western in their finale. Lily Zwoot led the team in kills all 4 matches. Now time for the home opener tomorrow night against rival EWC. They also started the year 3-1. We'll have that match tomorrow with Chuck on KOLT with pregame starting at 5:45. First serve will be at 6 o'clock. That is the latest today from the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, it was a very well-attended inaugural Beef, Beans, and Bluegrass Festival here in the Valley this weekend. Things started Friday at the Weborg Center with a kickoff dinner featuring prime rib, brisket, and beef ribs, plus a variety of bean dishes and other tasty offerings. The event also included a live auction featuring everything from half a beef to a cruise, with proceeds going to local youth, ag, and other community projects. On Saturday, the festival pivoted to Broadway in Scottsbluff, where dozens of vendors from across the region set up shop. 18th Street Plaza was filled with food trucks, some specializing in beef and bean dishes, and live music taking the stage throughout the day. Festivities wrapped up Sunday with another fun-filled day of events at the Legacy of the Plains Museum in Gering. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.